Hey everybody, this is my intro for my setups. I'm going to start making a couple vlogs. Not really vlogs, I guess I'm just going to put update videos up about what I'm doing with my bike so while I take it apart, because I'm going to do a full breakdown and rebuild on the motor, or at least the top end. And it doesn't need it. Some people say, well, why are you doing it if you don't need it? It's really just preventative maintenance, because this is a 9-year-old dirt bike that I beat the crap out of, so I figure it's only a good idea to start rebuilding the motor. And if I get another 9 years out of this motor, if I have it that long, then awesome. So I got everything's here. Now I'm just doing the initial breakdown. I'm gonna get started pulling everything apart. I don't know if I'll get the motor out today. It's possible, I guess, depending on how much I get done. I'm doing it kind of methodically because I don't want to forget where things go, because there's going to be so much stuff coming out of it. That's why I have my crappy little point and shoot camera, because I'm going to do like disassembly pictures, and that's also why I have these, because it's my parts bags. So every time something comes out, all the bodywork parts will go, all the bodywork bolts will go into a bag and be labeled. All the motor mount, skid plate, all that stuff, bolts will be labeled and set up, and I can't tell you how important that is, because getting to a point where you're taking a bike apart and you've got this hodgepodge of bolts everywhere, it's not a good situation to be set up like that. You have to figure out where everything goes, and I've got a good memory, but not that good. So I'll probably end up draining the radiator. I guess I have to drain the oil. I just changed the oil. I guess I'd drain all the oil out. And this first one's just going to be disassembly. You'll see it. I'm going to have this camera set up behind me and just run through the disassembly and pull everything apart pretty quick. So, here we go. Motor's out. So it took me a lot longer than I thought it would to actually get the motor free, because I didn't want to take my radiators off, but I had to because of where the I'll show you over here, where the CDI connects to these two connectors was hidden, tucked in this little hole. And that's where my radiators are, right here, stick out, and just to cover that hole completely. I thought it'd take this off and it'd have to go with it, but it doesn't. It disconnects that and my neutral switch, which I couldn't figure out. But I'm going to end up cutting that off anyways. Well, there's what a WR450 looks like with no motor and no rear end. So yeah,
I'm not. Diane was asking me, she said, "Are you worried about putting this thing back together?" I said, "No, not in particular. I mean, I just take it slow. I've got time. You gotta drop the motor back in there and be careful. I gotta be real careful about this stuff, though. Like, the oil fill line, I gotta make sure I don't mess that up. And I can't get it off, so I'm not even gonna try because it's made of aluminum. And if you bend aluminum, you can't really straighten it. Even though I'd like to get it off, I'd like to take a whole wiring harness off of it, take it all the way down, and like paint the frame. With it being to this point, I feel like I could do it pretty easily, really. I don't know. That'll be another choice after I get the motor back together. And there's my motor in all its 450 glory. Now, I'm not doing a big bore kit or anything. I'm just doing a refresh, getting a new top end and all that good stuff. It's a 9-year-old motor and it's done me well. I figure I can, if I get 9 years out of it again, then I'm doing better than most. Alright, next update's going to be me pulling motor apart. Peace.